that Pop Smoke situation is just like the scariest shit. Because if I were to have given Pop Smoke advice on what he should do with his life, get the fuck out of Brooklyn, go to LA, get a spot in the hills or whatever,
I know.
Post up there, smoke your weed, hang out, have girls come through, just don't have any crazy ass dudes come through, whatever.
Yeah.
That's like the most safe advice that you could give somebody.
Yeah. That I feel like that's like
when I found out, I was like, oh, he's in New York.
That's making it out for all the rappers. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, let's make it out the hood, go get a house in the hills, and fucking chill out.
Where there's no reason for anybody to have a problem with you. But the crazy shit is
people should move to Denver.
Yeah, exactly. Move to Wyoming.
Yeah.
Where there's nobody.
Idaho and shit. Potatoes and shit.
Because the crazy shit about it is that first when you heard about it, you're like, oh, it had to have been a robbery attempt. But then they're saying that they just ran right in there.
I think I knew from the jump. We were saying that because we were at the studio. It was crazy.
Anyone that
as soon as I left,
faces,
found out.
If you go into somebody's shit bare face, bro,
that's not a
hit. Bro.
No, I think they had masks on.
I seen the video. They didn't have masks on.
Really?
Yeah, there's a video of them running in the crib.
What, the surveillance thing?
Yeah. None of them had masks.
Oh, wow.
There's a guy, like, the guy looks at he's running and looks at the fucking camera. You see his face. Like,
really?
Yeah.
That's scary because.
Yeah, bro. And if that's what happened, bro.
Yeah.
If you're gonna rob somebody, bro, you're gonna wear a mask.
Right. I mean, bro, at the end of the day, it's like the only way that a robbery goes wrong is like the person is like extremely resisting or like maybe they have a weapon.
Right.
You know? I don't ever think of it as like someone runs in and then like 3 minutes into running in the house, like gunshots, and then you're out. It's like there's no robbery. If you have the plan to shoot a gun, like you can't steal anything.
Yeah.
Once you shoot it, you literally don't even have 5 minutes. You gotta go. You know? So it's just like it's just really sad because
it's sad as fuck.
Shit, that sucks, bro. He's 20. Like
20.
I'm 22.
So talented.
I think about that. I'm like
20 something fire ass music.
Like what? I think about that. I'm like, yo, like that shit really sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, it just doesn't even make sense sometimes.
A year ago, he was on nothing. He was just a regular ass kid in Brooklyn. A year later, he's literally traveling all over the world, making way more money than he ever could have wrapped his head around, putting his people on.
For sure. I just think it's crazy.
Fucked, bro.
Like no one else had a gun on them at the house. Like,
yeah, I don't know what the situation. I mean,
he just got there.
Bro.
At the end of the day, 4 dudes. I mean, shit. What if he had a gun?
No, well, not him. I'm saying like, wasn't he there with other people?
But I mean, from the sounds of it, those dudes ran in, shot him, and then ran the fuck out.
Yeah.
So it was 4:30 in the morning. It very easily like the other people could have been in another section of the house, the upstairs
or maybe
part.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean,
that's what I want to know.
Because they said the 911 call, I don't know if it was official, but they said the 911 call came from a New York number. So he was on FaceTime with somebody and heard it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I see people saying like, oh, this shit got crazier. The call was from New York. Like it's okay. He could have been like on the phone or some shit.
Yeah, that's what I assume.
Yeah.
That's I didn't take it as like
people
a conspiracy
are like, oh my god. Yeah, it's like a conspiracy thing. I feel like people are taking it like that. Like
everybody wants to fucking everyone like when shit happens, everybody just wants to like believe something and have like a reason to believe shit.
I felt bad for that dude that he was with because he had a homie with him that had a big ass stack of money, and then everybody started trying to act like, oh, he must have set him up, and that guy had to come out. His best friend just got killed, and he's got to come out and say like, I would never set anybody up. It's like people online are crazy the way they will put together a story to make sense of something that happened. Period.
For sure.
I went like, bro, that same shit just happened to my best friend. Yeah. My best friend from fucking. I used to bring him everywhere with us, man. Like probably like 2 months ago in Orlando. They fucking followed him from my house, and like fucking went to his crib. He was like smoking a cigarette in his garage. It was like probably like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I guess like 3 guys were waiting for him. They pulled up, masked up, with fucking like big ass fucking guns and shit, and they were just like, it was like they were trying to rob him and shit. And I think he had his daughter and his wife in the house, and this was all happening in the garage and shit. And I think like the wife and the daughter went in the bedroom and like locked themselves in there and shit, like so they couldn't get in there. And I think they walked my boy in the house, and he was trying to like cover the door type shit, like so they don't get in the room and shit. And he tried to put like I think he put like a dresser in front of the door and some shit, and they shot him like 6 times, bro. Fucked, bro. bro.
Wow.
Yeah, this was like my best friend, bro. Yeah. We were just with him a couple days ago. We had just came back from the Nuketown video shoot. We had just came.
That's why when you watch
we were just at fucking Juice WRLD's house.
Yeah, we were just at Jay's house.
Yeah, we were just at Juice WRLD's house. It was like fresh out the Nuketown video. We went back home. That shit happens. Like the first day we're back home.
First day. Fuck.
Yeah, bro, it's fucked.
Insane.
Sick shit, bro.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy. How are you dealing with the Juice situation? It's like, I mean, it's crazy because like when the X situation happened, I just hadn't lost somebody on that scale.
Yeah.
At that point, like somebody that I was like really having conversations with on a consistent basis. Like as much as I'm older and stuff, there's just I had a lot of friends die who I hadn't talked to in a couple of years or whatever. But with the X situation, it was like that. With the Juice thing, I mean, again, it was just like, holy fuck! About you feel more jaded to it in a way,
bro.
right?
Yeah, it's heavy. It's heavy, dog. I mean, like
that shit fucked me up.
It's fucked, bro. I mean, no, you know,
I'm still pretty fucked up about it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you were spending so much time with him.
It's crazy because it's like not only you're losing a homie, you know, but you're losing like someone that's really fucking important to the fucking people. You know what I mean? So it's like. It's nuts, bro. Like I've dealt with like a lot of fucking deaths, bro. Like family and like friends and shit, bro. Since I was little, bro. Like
shit don't get easier though.
My dad.
I hate how people sometimes say that.
My dad died. My fucking stepdad died. Like everyone that was like that I looked up to, like died. Like my father died. Then my stepfather died. Then you know my fucking grandpa, my grandma, my homies, everyone. You know what I mean? Like so, it's like I've kind of like it's fucked. It's fucked to say, like, someone shouldn't have to say, like, that they're numb to that shit. But it's like, now it's just like.
It almost feels like a sick fucking
I'm not good
joke.
At that.
Sick,
I don't know. I'm not
sick.
Like, it just keeps happening. It just feels like, what? Like, I even saw you say that. Like,
it's not going to stop.
You said that on Instagram whenever it happens, or it might have been Ski too, but like, you're like, why does God keep taking all of our brothers from us? Like, at a certain point, you just feel like, how the fuck have I lost this many people?
Yeah.
Yo, that shit.
At such a young
honestly,
age.
Mathematically improbable.
The Juice thing really fucked me up because I was like, you know, when like I have homies back at home, it's like they like, oh my God, like you were X's DJ, like you were like one of his best friends, like you know, like you were so involved, and then it's like when that happened, it was like, oh my God, I feel bad for Gabe, you know, whatever, you know, and then it was like the Juice thing. It was like this fucking
like how does
like it just made like the J thing was like the Juice thing was like really fucked me up because like with Ja it was like. I always like looked up to him, you know, and it was like he was like a god in a sense. I mean, this might sound crazy, but
Juice was such a regular guy.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like Ja was so like my way. I'm
creative genius. You never really felt like you would have really in-depth conversations with him, but it was just obvious that he was functioning on a crazy level.
Yeah,
right?
and you and you felt it, you know. It was. But I mean, you felt it with Juice too. But the difference, like you said, with Juice was like he was such a like a human, like a real, like a person, God, like a person, like a real just a person, not like a character or not like I don't know. It was just really fucked up because like he was such a nice, good kid. Like, man, we really didn't deserve him.
Like if
that shit's whack as hell.
If you're around me, I'm not going to just tell you everything that I have going on inside unless we're really close. Juice is the kind of guy that you could be around him for 15 minutes and he would just tell you where he was at.
Let it loose, bro.
Musically, he did the same thing.
Let it loose,
you know,
bro.
Anything he was going through, you would go to see him for 10 minutes.
How we got close.
And he would just start telling you about some problem that he was dealing with and just ask you for advice.
Maybe that was his way of dealing with it.
That's the kind of person he was. He's so expressive and emotional.
I love that shit.
That's what bottling that shit up and eating you inside.
It's what made him a really great musician. It's also what made so many people feel so close to him.
So facts. Because that was the thing. He was very close to a lot of people. Like with Ja, it was different. People make up this thing in their head that they were very close to Ja.
Yeah.
This is like I'm just being 100% honest with you.
It's a fact.
A lot of people like admire him to that point where they're like, oh yeah, like we were so like close, and it's like. Not really. Trust me, I would know shit. I knew.
Right. I feel like he just had that effect on people, though. You know what I mean? Like, like it felt like you knew him for like so long that you're just like, you know, you just.
And people are very obsessive over him too. They fucking love the way he looked and the way he spoke, and like the way he carried himself.
With Juice, it's like it was so much about the music because so many he had so many fans that didn't necessarily need to care about who Juice WRLD was or whatever. I see that with my nephews. My nephews are 4 and 5 years old talking about Juice WRLD.
I know.
And having to understand death for the first time.
Yeah.
My nephew, people clown me on Twitter for saying this, but my nephew literally said, Uncle Adam, you know what? And I'm like, what? He goes, people can talk when they're dead. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he goes, Juice WRLD died and we still listen to his music. Or I think he said we still listen to him. Like we still listen to him in the car. Yeah. And people acted like, oh, that didn't happen. I'm like, no, kids say crazy shit.
Kids say crazy ass shit.
Yeah, for sure. I believe that.
Bro, like my little cousins and shit, like with that whole fucking, when X passed away, like they were like, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, bro.
I've seen a lot of kids like be like, understand death. Like, okay, this person that I like idolized, like to a T, like I obsessive about this person, like pass away. Like, I mean, it's pretty tough, bro. You know,
it's hard for them to wrap around that idea that you could. Like, they don't understand what music is. Like, to them, it's kind of like the person might just be singing to them through the car. Like, they don't really understand that concept that he could still listen to him.
And they get, like, a connection with them through that.
Yeah.
That's why I love music. I think it's cool.
It's crazy. It's like why it's so powerful.
What's up? It's Danny Towers. You're watching No Jumper. Go like, comment, subscribe on this video. If you like this clip, go watch the full interview.